else's, but your own. So it doesn't matter what that looks like, except for what you want it to look like.
Yeah, I think, especially as young people, it's much easier to take time when you're young than when you're older and you've got responsibilities. So don't be afraid to think about that. And also, what you said about being happy and knowing who you truly are, I think when you get to that place, creativity just springs from that. That it just expands. So taking time to get into that place mentally, I think you will find that your creativity will be limitless and you'll attract the right people into your life to keep that going. So with that, Kate, what's your question?
This is a two-parter. First question, how do each of you determine your worth? Second question, sock, sock, shoe, shoe, or sock, shoe, sock, shoe? I'm gonna start with you right now. This is a psychology question. This determines the type of person.
Very deep, very deep.
I'm expensive. Very expensive.
Expensive.
Or I'm free. I either give it to you because it's coming from my heart, or I bill you because it's still coming from my heart. But I also want to know what you have to bring to the table because it's an equal opportunity. Every experience is an equal opportunity. What you bring to me is what I can potentially bring to you. So when you're working with somebody, honestly, don't always think about, think about the value of the future of this collaboration, perhaps, or anything dig in your pockets on, put something on the table. Don't always expect it. So your value is really how you value yourself, not always necessarily how other people value you. Always put yourself high. Be expensive. Oh, the socks, sure. Did you guys see my socks? I never match socks. So don't care. I think they get lost.
Okay, my answer is less inspiring, but one of the most helpful pieces of advice I got when I was starting my business was to account for your non-billable hours. So when you are designing something, right? Who's trying to do that? I wonder. You're really smart, lady. So yeah, when you're figuring out, okay, the garment costs me this much to make, so I'm going to spend this many hours making it. Okay, great, but how many hours did you spend sending emails, communicating, doing your billing, doing your accounting? All of that has to be accounted for because that's all still work. So if you can, I learned this from another friend in the audience tonight, if you can, try to time yourself, like clock how long you're spending doing these hours, because you'll really get an idea of what your life really looks like as an entrepreneur and how you should bill appropriately for that. Love it. Also, I traditionally do sock, sock, shoe, shoe, but after someone brought it up, I have been trying to see if I can switch just to see if I can do it. So I've done it a few times. Sock, shoe, sock, shoe.
So when you said defining your worth, I in my mind immediately went to self-confidence because that's my platform as Miss Teen USA and as a title holder. I go into elementary schools and I read to students and I teach them affirmations, and I wrote a book and it's all about affirmations. So for me, finding my worth, I found it in affirmations and affirmed myself because I struggled with self-confidence a lot growing up, especially in middle school, and it can be really hard to find out who you are, but at the end of the day, you have to be comfortable in your own skin, know that you are worthy and you are loved regardless of who you are, your background, anything, any kind of life circumstances, and that self-confidence is the most important thing at the end of the day because you're stuck with yourself for the rest of your life. And so it's so important to love who you are on the inside and making sure that you're growing and becoming a better person every single day. I think that's really how I define my work, is making sure that I'm being better every single day, being a better person, loving on others, and hoping that I live out the mission that God has put on me in my life. And I am a sock, sock, shoe, shoe person.
Love it. Okay, so Raven is expensive, Miss Teen USA is pricey.
children. I have a fur baby at home. He's cute. Follow him on Instagram, the Prince of Beer Street. But truly, my job as an agent is to get you to the next thing. So let me make those connections, let me introduce you to the person that I know that can get you to where you need to go. And that's really where I find that within myself. And definitely stop, shoe. I get the shoes outside.
I tried sock shoe the other day.
Insane.
It drove me insane. I left the house confused.